What's up, guys? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block, episode 136. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
I made some historic announcements saying Rockstar games are good and agreeing with Corey on a particular something.
I'm going to screenshot it and post it on Twitter. So,
please do.
yeah. If you want to see the official Ed said Rockstar games are good thread, go to twitter.com/CoreyHD86 to see the magic, the real live magic.
Yes. But hello, everybody.
To my right,
he was hacked.
If you're watching the video, this is the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas.
What's up? I think Ed was his Twitter was hacked.
Nope, it's in our Facebook chat.
Our Facebook was chat. Your Facebook was hacked.
I'm gonna make a fake Twitter called like new micro transactions or whatever, and it's just gonna be fake Ed, and it's gonna be the opposite of everything Ed thinks. Nintendo sucks.
Wild Arms is the best game ever.
Oh no!
Well, exactly.
Wild Arms is better than Final Fantasy VIII.
Wild Arms and Beyond have better not be on that. We're gonna have a situation at hand.
Wild Arms is better than Chrono Trigger would be more like it.
that won't happen because I just posted an optional opinion about Chrono Trigger being influential over Final Fantasy.
Okay, well, better than Mario.
We gotta listen to that, and then everything that he said in that, it'll be the complete opposite. I'll write a complete opposite review of that game.
Good luck with that.
The avatar for the Twitter will just be the preppiest white guy ever.
Just use the choir
Nintendo controller on his head.
Just use the choir photo I have. Corey. Just use the choir photo I have on my page.
And do it a negative. Just make it the negative.
Wow.
That's funny. Man. Wow. Alright. Well, before we get into the show, we have a few housekeeping notes. First of all, I kind of want to start by telling you where you can find us, because we don't do a good job of doing that. We usually save it for the end of the show, and at that point, people are tuned out, whatever. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram, at Nintendo_P-Block. You can find our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Nintendo Pow Block. Come join our group. It'll be a good time. I promise you it's a good time.
Yes. I need to post more there.
You can find all of our content on ngrradio.com, which is our website for Nerds Gone Rogue.
Yay!
Just throwing it out there. Find us. Check us out. It's a good time. I promise.
Corey, what do we have on Nerds Gone Rogue? What can they find?
Things, Ed. Things. They'll have to go there to find out. I can't just tell them. Just kidding. You can find all of our shows, our podcasts, our writings, and other content on ngrradio.com. It's a good time. You can also find our live streams there at ngrradio.com/live. And you can also find where you can download all of our podcasts at ngrradio.com/subscribe. It should take you to your podcast service of choice that you want to listen to us on. Just in case you stumble across the YouTube video, you can go there and download us and take us with you. It's a good time. So, Also, I need to promote it because we need to get back on top of Nerds Gone Platinum. They have overtaken our lengthy reign, and we need to get it back.
Shoot, I got to start working on Arsenal X. I got to get up to 100. I got work to do.
But other housekeeping notes. We are announcing our Diablo 3 giveaway winner today on this episode. So you know what that means. We are starting a new giveaway. We are giving away a digital code of Pokemon Let's Go for Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to throw out one better. The user, or the winner, gets to pick which version they get. So, send in a great question. The contest begins today, and the winner will be announced December 11th because, due to the holiday this coming weekend, I don't think we're going to be recording any shows, and if we do, we're not doing question block. It'll just be like some sort of short whatever show. But due to the holiday, we're skipping a week for Nintendo Pow Block specifically, and I think Arsenal X, right, Ed?
Yeah. AX is we're taking a break.
Yeah. So we're taking a break due to the holiday. So the contest has been extended a week. So just so everybody knows, we'll be announcing the winner on December 11th. The rules are simple, just like the last few giveaways. Email us a question for question block at nintendopowblock@gmail.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So get those questions in so you can start filling up your Pokedex. It's a good time. See? The dog is excited.
Yeah.
The dog is excited. He wants to catch some Pokemon.
He's going to catch them right now.
Gotta catch them all.
Right.
He just brings you a bloody Eevee with its neck snapped, wagging its tail. Ah!
Wow.
Oh, man. Also, Nindy Showcase Season 2 launches on January 5th with great games like Dead Cells, The Gardens Between, Yoku's Island Express, and more. Games you could download on your Nintendo Switch right now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that bell for alerts on the newest episodes. They will be going up on Saturdays from January 5th through February 22nd. So don't miss an episode. Nindy Showcase Season 1 is now on demand, so you can catch up. Also a good time. Let me just tell you, Nintendo Pow Block is a good time.
Yes!
Also, by the way, side note, you should check out the quick looks of Diablo 3 running on Nintendo Switch and Pokemon Let's Go. I'm playing Pikachu version right now, so that's the version you'll be watching. Apparently, it's really hard to get the female versions of Eevee and Pikachu, and I've restarted the game like 4 times, and I've gotten a female Pikachu every time.
Huh.
So I don't know. The game just loves me, I guess.
You're trying to get a male Pikachu?
I just wanted to see, I just read online that it was really hard to get female versions of the starters, and I've gotten a female every time, so whatever. Anyways, lastly, 2019 is going to be a huge year for Nerds Gone Rogue, as we are adding new shows, podcasts, live streams, and more. Come subscribe to all of our channels now, or go to ngrradio.com today to get the scoop on all of our new content. We will have more to announce after Thanksgiving. Jesse, I'm very excited for our little project in particular, so I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I've been working on art for all that stuff, so it's not necessarily Nintendo related, but it's I'm so excited for this, and I hope it goes well, and I hope the thing that this revolves around doesn't bomb, because then it'll just be a bad idea. It's all right.
Well, I honestly, I don't think we have to worry too much.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I mean, you know, like, well, at least one of the games we know for sure. I don't think is going to be an issue. Is if they make it similar to the original one, but just, you know, like, improved it.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about that game. I'm not worried about either of the games.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But,
I think our new we're going to announce it after Thanksgiving. Keep teasing it. I can't, because if we keep teasing it, I'm just going to blurt it out because I'm too excited. So we're going to wait. But just make sure you follow ngrradio.com and subscribe to all of our channels and podcasts, including Nerds Gone Platinum, which is our PlayStation channel, Arsenal X, our Xbox channel, Nerds Gone Rogue, the proper channel, and of course, our channel, Nintendo Pow Block, because we care.
Yes, we do.
So anyways, that's all the housekeeping I have for you. So we're going to get into what we've been playing. I'm going to start this week because I never start, and I'm really excited to talk about the 2 games I've been playing, which means the 1 game I've been playing. And I've been playing Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And let me tell you, I played for like 2 hours last night. What a joy that game is. What a joy that game is to just play and just run around the world. And it's like original Pokemon was like such a big part of growing up for me. Like right in a row, it was like Mario 64 and then Pokemon, like all wrapped up into one. And then my mom bought me a Game Boy Pocket to play Pokemon on, and I was just like, oh man, this is the greatest series of months of my life. So I've been playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and it is just a joy to play. They fully realized the world in 3D. The Pokemon models look great. Some of the animations for like the NPCs aren't great, but I just, man, in it's way less Pokemon Go than I expected it to be, right? Like, you still, like, there's not really any battling as of right now yet, but you do catch the Pokemon to fill out your Pokedex. It's basically just Pokemon Yellow without the battling, and then you'll find, like, random people to battle, and then, like, if you catch multiple Pokemon, you can you trade them in for candy. Similar to Pokemon Go, where you can, like, you know, combine with a Pokemon or whatever. I haven't played Pokemon Go in forever, but like you get the candy to level up your Pokemon, and then you can find there's 171 master trainers, and then all the gyms have trainers in them, obviously, and then the Elite Four and your rival, and you can go around and just battle, and you have to initiate the battles, which is cool. Which is something different for Pokemon. It's just a really fun game to walk around and explore and enjoy. And so I've been playing a lot of that. I have the ever elusive female Pikachu, which, like I said during housekeeping, like, female starters are hard to come by, I guess. So I'm on the hunt for Charmander right now, though, because Charmander's the one and only true starting Pokemon.
I'd agree.
Ed does not agree. Ed's the only person ever to start with Bulbasaur. So,
well, like I said, I'm grass type. I've always been grass type.
And Fire beats
like
grass.
My two favorite are Squirtle and Charizard.
I mean, don't get you know what? Charizard is not bad, but it's just he's just not a starter for me. That's why. I don't dislike Charizard. I think he's very awesome. He's just not a starter for me.
You're missing out, man.
I would rather be playing Digimon.
No, I will not. I can watch anime, but not playing the game. No.
Alternative Ed. Alternative Ed would rather be playing Digimon.
Shoot, I'm committed to Pokemon to the fullest. I pretty much bought most of their games. Besides the N64 ones and the camera one.
The
Pokemon Snap was a lot of fun.
Pokemon Snap is really hard. Like to get like to get the specific high point and to fill out your Pokédex, like it's hard. And to make the Charmeleon turn into a Charizard, like in the lava level, you have to like push him into the lava, and it's like you're like murdering a Pokemon.
Evolve, punk.
It's like the only way to force him to evolve is for him to fight for his survival after you push him into the lava.
Wow.
Oh man.
I'm surprised they didn't make a second one to that with 3DS, where you could do the whole.
Everybody wanted them to. Everybody wanted to make another one.
Augmented reality.
Yeah, it's just, man. But
the cars would be probably expensive.
Yeah, whatever. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Valkyria Chronicles 4. Like I said on Nerds Gone Rogue proper, that game has a lot of anime boobs in it. So if you're into that kind of stuff, it's a game for you. But the gameplay is still super fun. I like the switch between over the field map and moving your characters around to get in position. It's really fun. I'm about 5 hours in, I would say.
Is it chapters?
Yeah, there's chapters, and it's got those Fire Emblem hooks in me, man. It's just so much fun, and like I hope I don't get burned out on this by the time Three Houses comes out. I doubt it, but like it's got those Fire Emblem hooks in me. So
it's on my list.
Is that the one that's got a demo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can download the demo. You can play the first 3 hours, and then your progress carries over.
Oh, okay. I think I tried it. It wasn't bad, but it's just not my kind of game. Like I didn't mind it. Like, cause like you start out with like you got a group and then you got to move them, and then like you're taking out tanks at some point and things like that, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I played that. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
The first level
wasn't really my type of game.
When they're teaching you all the different units and stuff, they are like there's a tank battle and it's a good time.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, Puyo Puyo Tetris, just the Tetris. Every night, dude, I'm getting so good at Tetris, and by good it means I can regularly make it to level 14 and 15 without, like...
Oh, I'm so ready to play against you.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. There was
next year.
There was something else I've been playing, too, but I forget what I've been playing on Switch. I could go get my Switch and tell you, but I don't want to. It's all the way over there. So, that's kind of it for me. Man, what was I playing? Can't remember.
Besides Madden?
No, that's not on Switch, though.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, Madden. Dude, I played 2 of the best games of my life this week. And then this morning, I got hit by the lag bug bad, man. Just...
Yikes.
Dude, like, even, like, your button inputs are laggy, man. Like, I would literally hold the controller in front of my face, like a bumper, like right bumper is a receiver. I would literally hold it in front of my face for, like, literally 2 or 3 seconds, and he wouldn't throw the ball. Like, he would start the animation after like 1.5 or 2 seconds, but I would get sacked. And it's like, I should be able to press right bumper and him go directly into the passing animation. It's just bad. It's just bad. And then when you play a regular, like when you're not playing online, this is not an issue. Like, I started a franchise mode with the Browns. Like, it's not an issue. Because I only started a franchise mode because I wanted to see if it was a game or if it was online. And I knew it was online, but, like, it's just, I'm like, come on.
It's smoother without, it's smoother.
It's like you're playing a guessing game, and you have to anticipate, like, 2 or 3 seconds in advance what you want to do, and it's like, that's not how football works. You have to make instant decisions based on what you're reading, and it's like, it's just, I can't.
I fear if you have to play that game with the Ethernet cord, because if it's been every time we talk about it
doesn't matter. Like, I've plugged it in, and
you still have problems.
There's still problems.
That's insane.
So, and like, it seems to me that it's obviously using peer-to-peer networking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to me that whoever's hosting the game is the home team. So, like, that other player's connecting to the person who's the home team. And I went back and looked at my record. I'm 10-17. All of my wins have come when I'm the home team. Every single one.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, look, I've lost 17 games. I bet 9 of them I lost because of lag issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
9 of them. Now, granted, I played some guys that are just like, they're just flat out good, right?
Yeah.
They're just flat out, like, they are good. They're playing as a better team. They're just better at the game, right? I mean, I'm not sitting here claiming to be the best Madden player because I'm not. But when you're standing in the pocket, like, and you have great protection and your receivers are wide open and you are holding the button to throw to that player for 3 or 4 seconds before he even starts his throwing animation and then you just get sacked, that's not.
I'm surprised anyone is still playing this game because of these problems.
I'm not, because it's the only NFL game out there, and there's a ton of NFL fans, and there's a ton of people on Xbox who the only games they buy are Madden and Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto. So, but
Speaking of, I actually was talking to my friend Ben the other day. He sent me a link to buy the Dream Pie, so I can basically hook my Xbox, or not my Xbox, my Dreamcast up to the internet and play people online again. So because they have a whole like website that, you know, like that you have to load in. There's stuff you load in where you can like see when people are online and all that stuff, just like you can on Xbox. And basically, they've made a whole website like where you can go and you can play basically all the, you know, like whatever games that they have on there, you can play online. And I was thinking about getting that just so I can play some NFL 2K2 online.
Wow,
It'll probably be better than Madden online.
That's funny. You should do that and tell me like if it's better or not. Because man.
I'm sure it would be though, because it would be like it's weird though, because you're like faking a 52K connection through the Dream Pie. That's basically what the Dream Pie does, is it like fakes a dial-up modem, you know, like connection, but you're using your cable modem, your cable internet to fake it. So but yeah, I kind of want to. I'm like tempted because I'd like to play NFL 2K2 online. I wish those games would come back.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse, we're gonna move to you. What have you been playing?
All right. Same pretty much as last week, just Black Ops, and I almost finished. I think I'm pretty close to finishing Yoku's Island Express now, because like I think I've got like 1 or 2 more areas to clear, because like it does the whole like cloudy areas, and then when you go into an area or you use the telescopes, basically. Sorry, you can clear, you know, the cloudy area to reveal what, you know, that part of the map, basically. And man, that game is just so much fun. I think it's seriously one of my favorite games on Switch, like of all time. It's just so much fun. And it's so easy, and just like the only thing that kind of stinks is you tend to do a little bit of backtracking. So like you'll have to go through like a whole you know, like, because the whole map is basically like pinball table, like it would be like a full pinball table like you'd play in the arcade, and each section is like a pinball table almost. And you have to travel through the different pinball tables sometimes to get back to different areas. because like you get different abilities as you go on through the game, and like I got an ability to kind of swim underwater. So there's a whole bunch of areas underwater that you can go once you have that ability. And so I've kind of went through a lot of that and went against a couple of bosses. The bosses are pretty basic, like they're very similar throughout the game so far. But they're fun though. It's a really fun game.
Nice. Well, Ed, I guess it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Nope, we're skipping Ed. On to I'm just kidding.
See, what did I do? So PlayStation 4 started up Spider-Man. It's a fun game. The swinging is good. Combat takes a while to get used to, but it's good. Played a little more Bloodborne with Moose. Enjoyed our time with that. I was getting my tail slaughtered and I used up all my bells, but Moose has been very helpful, helping me get through that. I will be jumping back into BioShock and Neo. I really want to get progress more in Neo than Bloodborne in a sense, but I will be working on that. But for Switch, play some more Diablo 3, so you guys will be able to check that review out Friday. Really enjoying that game. I think Switch is the best way to play that if you're itching to play like a longer RPG style game in that way. Also playing Yoko Island's Event Express. I am 2 chiefs down. I only got 1 more chief to go. It's just like you said, Jesse, I just got the swimming power, but trying to get it was hard in a sense because sometimes the physics is very wonky, and when you're trying to line up a shot to hit Yoko to go up through like certain areas, if you mess up, you have to do the whole thing over and trying to balance it out. So I mean, it gets a little bit frustrating at that time, but it makes the game a little bit longer. So I'm trying to explore everything, and I'll soon be getting everything. I think I'm maybe 38 or 40% done or collection stuff that I got, but I want to go back and try to get everything that I can before I finish it. I only just got 1 more chief, and that's probably due to the fact that I need to get the swimming ability and work my way through there to get them. But it's really enjoyable. I've been enjoying myself with that. I haven't touched my Xbox One for a bit because of focusing on the other systems, but I will be getting back into some of the games on there. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. And Yoga Watch Fleshy Souls. Been working on that too. Trying to get ready. I am going to pick up Let's Go Eevee a little bit later this month due to some other reasons, and I decided to hold off Battlefield 5 for review. I think I'm going to pick it up next year when everything is unlocked and the updates are done. Because I know some people say they've been having some problems with it. Like a lot of people feel like it's very solid for what it is, and I think a lot of people like the campaign, but there's some modes and stuff that's so blocked off and some things that need to be fixed that it still feel like almost as a little bit as an early access game. So I think I'm gonna wait till next year to pick it up and then do a complete full review of everything, because I do want to do like multiplayer. I do want to do, of course I'm gonna do the campaign, but I want to do every mode, and I want to be able to play like their Royale mode on top of it. Let's see how that kind of compares to Blackout in a sense. But pretty much that's what I've been playing, and soon I'll be getting up to Just Cause 4 and Smash when that finally comes out. And I was thinking of Darksiders 3 also. And also, everybody, happy birthday to you, Corey. Today at our recording, want to wish Corey, our boss man, a happy birthday. So happy birthday to you. I thought it was. You said the 17th.
No, I said the 24th, Ed. Nice try, though.
Oh, I thought it was your birthday
Game
today.
over.
Oh, I failed. Well, that gives me time to do what I need to do. He doesn't know what I'm doing for him, everybody. So he's gonna be mad at me. But oh well, suck it.
Yeah, and actually, I forgot that I played Battlefield 5, and it actually was the campaign was actually really good. Yeah, nice. What I played so far. So
nice.
I wonder how long each campaign part is. I wonder if it's like 5 to 8 hours.
I don't know for sure. Like from the section that I played, like they kind of force you to play the campaign basically when you first start the game up.
Mm-hmm.
They make you go through different phases of different people, kind of like I think they did that in 1, 2, where you play as characters that basically are going to die.
Yeah.
And then they kind of give you a little taste of all the different stuff. And they kind of started off with that, and then after that, they kind of they have a cut scene where your characters are talking, and you're kind of getting the whole story aspect. And then it says, hey, you've got to do this or whatever, and then you kind of go through, do that, and then a cut scene again to give more story, and then move on to the next area, or so. I don't know, I mean, from the way it is, they really did a good job with sound and narration and all that stuff. Is just it's pretty good. It's really, really good the way that it starts out anyways. I mean, they did an amazing job with the theatrical sound and stuff like that of it. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
That's why I'm gonna wait till next year for everything to update, be patched, and have everything. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Nice. Well,
nice. Yeah.
We're gonna move on to these news bits. There's quite a few big things to talk about this week. This comes from our friends over at Nintendo Life. Reggie says Metroid Prime 4 is well into development. We know Nintendo of America president and COO Reggie Fils-Aimé is excited about Metroid Prime 4, as are we. He's been recently spotted wearing appropriately themed t-shirts, and right now he's even training up with the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter, Ridley. So what's the current status on Metroid Prime 4? During a recent chat with Mashable, Reggie remained tight-lipped about a possible release date, but provided some hints by discussing Nintendo's approach to its release schedule. If it wasn't already evident, it's all about selling big games during key seasons of the year, as well as spacing out the releases in a timely manner to sustain interest. Quote, we currently think about launching key games during key selling seasons, so it was well thought through to have, for example, Zelda as a key launch title when the system first came out. It was well thought of to have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2 to maintain momentum in the early launch window, and it was thought out to have a game like Super Mario Party to kick off our October selling season. It was well thought of to have Pokemon and Smash as key anchors. Direct acknowledgement of Metroid Prime 4, Reggie provided a small update by confirming development is well underway. Quote, internally, we have expectations about when Metroid Prime 4 is going to be released. We haven't announced it, but yeah, the game is well into development. Another quote says, typically 6 months to maybe a year out is what we like to do, but there are times for strategic reasons that we believe it's important to message that a game is coming. We did that years and years ago with Zelda. We were messaging a new Zelda experience back during the days of the Wii U. It really depends on the game. It depends on the type of development that it was going through, and it depends on how we feel the consumer is going to respond to a particular message. Obviously, Metroid Prime 4's reveal wasn't much different, and Nintendo simply flashing the game's logo on screen during E3 2017, Alongside the confirmation the title was in development, the Animal Crossing Switch reveal was similar, with the game simply confirmed for 2019 in a recent direct. So, sweet. E3 2019, out in November. Yeah, it's basically what he said in that, right, guys? Right?
No,
Right?
no.
They're gonna show a trailer at the Game Awards and announce that the Metroid Prime trilogy collection is coming probably like February. Sounds like a good time to release that. Then they're gonna show a gameplay trailer and playable at E3, and then out in November. Yeah.
The funny thing about this, everybody, like we mentioned at the top of the show, I actually agree with Corey on this. And this is the reason why now I agree with Corey after we had thoughts about this. Once Reggie mentioned something about Metroid Prime, that's when I'm just like, okay, something big is going to happen at this Game Awards. I can see if they're going to treat this as a big announcement, that would be the big one. I was going to go more for Bayonetta 3 because of Platinum. That also being a big title, or even Animal Crossing. Something big was going to be probably shown at the Game Awards. But if Reggie is mentioning something about Metroid Prime 4, something's going to... They at least got a trailer up and running, ready for this. So they got to be... I think, and I agree with Corey with this one, that they probably show it at... that they'll show it. As for the Metroid Prime trilogy, I don't think it's going to be announced at the Game Awards, but I can agree. But I can agree with Corey that it will happen.
It's gonna be. It's gonna. They're gonna announce that it's available now.
Yeah. What they did.
Oh.
Because that means it would be download only, and I don't want that. I want to physical.
Yeah. Because everybody would be like, "Where?" Because the thing about this, if they did that, someone's going to leak it and show that there's a physical copy at their store, and Nintendo would pretty much sue that company for allowing that to happen. So
exciting times, guys. Exciting times.
Yeah.
Who's hyped for Metroid Prime 4?
Woo!
This guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna move on to our next story. This also comes from Nintendo Life. Octopath Traveler crowned Nintendo Game of the Year at Golden Joystick Awards. Let's see here. As 2018 wraps up, the award shows begin. While we wait for the votes for the Game Awards to be tallied, over in the UK, Square Enix's Octopath Traveler has been crowned Nintendo Game of the Year by the 2018 Golden Joystick Awards. The London-based awards show covered 23 different categories, with the majority of votes made by the global gaming public. Most of the other categories were for games exclusive to other platforms, but a few titles also call the Switch home did get a mention. Dead Cells by Motion Twin took out the Best Indie Game category, and Epic's Fortnite scored the Ultimate Game of the Year award and Best Competitive Game. In terms of Nintendo's market competitors, the top PlayStation game was God of War, and Forza Horizon 4 won in the Xbox category. Capcom's Monster Hunter World was recognized for Best Cooperative Game, and Dark Souls creator Ed, I need your help.
Yes.
Miyazaki received a Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. I just keep getting... Whatever. The Golden Joysticks Awards first began in 1983 and have since gone to become the world's largest public-voted gaming awards brand. You can watch a replay over on Twitch or check out the full list of the winners below. So, cool. Octopath Traveler needed a win, and that's what it got. Bam!
Yeah, congrats.
That is a cool game. I need more time to play it is the problem, but it is still a cool game.
Look, Corey, do we need time to play it, or do we need to force ourselves to play it?
We should probably just force ourselves to play it, but then it's like, do we though? Just play it. Let's just play it, man. Just play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump back into it.
Yeah, no, I need to. I need to really bad. But good for Octopath Traveler. Cool art style, killer music. Good job. A+. So
I kind of want to check out this list because I think it's better than what the Game Awards is offering, in a sense.
Well, I sent you the link. You can check out the list.
I'm just the only game that's come out this year that I'm kind of bummed seems to be lost in in all the other stuff that's come out, and I feel like it's better than a lot of the games that it's like is Lightfall. Like, no one talks about that. People talk about about Celeste. They talk about and I feel like it's better than all those.
So Corey, you looking for a Hidetaka Miyazaki?
Yeah, I never know how to say his last name. So,
and Jesse, I do agree with you with Lightfall and stuff. There's a lot of indie games, but so many people are trying to focus in on the Messenger and Celeste, and I'm just like, y'all missed a whole bunch of great indie games that came out.
Well, and I was kind of confused too, because we've got our Game of the Year stuff coming up, and I was wondering if Dead Cells was considered this year, even though it technically had been out for a while on PC. But was the actual full game release came out this year?
Yeah,
right?
The full, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's been out in a while for PC, but it was in early access, so.
Yeah. Okay. See that, and that's what I thought. So just because I was meaning to ask about that, just for future references, because I mean, I think I like Dead Cells better than Lightfall, but it's pretty close, because Lightfall was just so unique in what they did. So keeping all that stuff in mind for once we get to our Game of the Year stuff.
Yeah.
But
so, all right, we're gonna move on to our next story here. This comes from IGN. Nintendo has no plans to release an N64 Classic right now. It's not permanently ruled out, but it's definitely not happening anytime soon. Given the NES Classic and the SNES Classic edition's popularity, many have assumed Nintendo would follow them with an N64 Classic edition, but it appears unlikely for now. Speaking with Kotaku, Nintendo president and COO Reggie Fils-Aimé poured cold water on the idea of a retro Nintendo 64 console. Quote, "We were clear when we did the first two Classic series that, for us, these were limited time opportunities that were a way for us as a business to bridge from the conclusion of the Wii U as a hardware system to the launch of the Nintendo Switch. That was a very strategic reason we launched the NES Classic system. Nintendo released that system in November 2016. The Wii U was essentially dead in the water at that point, while Nintendo was still about 5 months away from launching the successor. Even though the Switch performed well out of the gate, Nintendo then responded to overwhelming demand for the SNES Classic by launching the SNES Classic in September of 2017, reintroducing the NES Classic this June. That got many fans hoping that the console holder would release an N64 Classic." Reggie goes on to say, "So while consumers may have been anticipating something, we view these as limited time opportunities. We've also been very clear that as the consumer looks forward to engaging with our classic content, that is going to happen more and more with the subscription service," talking about Nintendo Switch Online. Kotaku asked if this meant Fils-Aimé was definitely ruling out a retro Nintendo 64. He declined to do so, but his response effectively eliminates the possibility of Nintendo releasing such a console anytime soon. He says, "I would not ever rule something out, but what I can tell you is certainly it's not on our planning horizon."
Which makes sense.
It's coming.
Which makes sense.
It's coming.
I think Nintendo wants to focus on continue to support their online, getting some of their big titles still push Nintendo Switch, maybe be working on their next handheld, getting their mobile plans and content out. I think Nintendo is just working in various ways to focus on the present and a little bit in the future. And just like you said, Corey, it's coming, but I think it probably will come like, I would say maybe the end of next year. It will come out like September and stuff.
Yeah, it also depends on what they're trying to do with their online stuff too with Switch.
Yeah,
because they keep adding to the NES Classic Edition, and we haven't seen the Super Nintendo stuff yet. So, I mean, I could see them putting that on the Classic on the online Classic thing, but
yeah.
I don't know. I still want a little Nintendo 64 to sit next to my others. So,
I don't know. Like for my only issue is the controller for the N64. Like I don't know. It would just be it would just kind of be weird. Like having, because it would have to be like basically full size, right? I mean, you couldn't really.
It could probably be smaller, the size of maybe the Xbox S.
The controller, you mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like it would need to be the regular size for it to like.
I'm talking about the original Xbox, how they had the Xbox S, how the controller was a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
It could probably be around that size in a sense.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I just like, honestly, I almost would rather they just put games like that on the Switch in like a digital form. Like just do it that way and skip that and just go directly to GameCube.
Let's just all I can say is that I think Nintendo has watched the fan reaction of Sony's, and they're going to do their best to avoid that reaction.
GameCube Classic, bring it.
Oh, that would sell out in a minute.
I know. That's why I say like just skip. Put N64 games on in the classic stuff that's on the online stuff for Switch, and just give us a GameCube Classic, and I think that would sell just as good as or better as the first two. So
I think the N64 Classic would make sense for collectors. So
yeah.
if people are claiming for it, it would sell well, and the GameCube would just probably sell maybe 4 times that. Like Nintendo, I think Nintendo has more games that are really true classics on the GameCube than N64. But I'm just like, hey, play the N64 version of Resident Evil 2. Who will pass that up?
Yeah,
because it was just that N64 era. It was just. There were some good games, but most of that era just does not hold up. Like, I mean, it would be awesome to play like the original 007 GoldenEye game, like where when a lot of action is going on, it's not freezing and slowly like going.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it was so bad. I've tried going back and playing that game, and it is so unplayable. I'm like, how did I enjoy this? Like, how did we like?
It's a era of our time. What technology was at that?
Yeah, but
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess I guess it would be worth it just for cleaned up versions of those that are not cleaned up, but just like. Being able to play them without it like freezing and having those kinds of things that you have to deal with, but yeah.
Well, I would buy a GameCube and an N64 Classic. So
same here.
All right, we're gonna get to our last story here, which kind of plays off of this. Last story. Nintendo Switch Online is going to be the place to play classic content, according to Reggie. We haven't even made the full library of NES games available yet. and I don't think you're going to. But following the discussion about the Nintendo 64 Classic, Reggie threw out a few quotes. Let's see. I'm trying to get to a point because this article also has the N64 stuff in it. With all these old school gems yet to be released, it has raised concerns about the Japanese company's futures for classic content. According to Nintendo of America's president, Reggie Fils-Aimé, man, Reggie getting a lot of shout-outs this show. Nintendo does have grand plans for reviving retro games via the Switch Online subscription service. In a chat with Kotaku, he said it would be, quote, the place to be for nostalgic experiences. As we look to the future, this is a quote, as we look to the future, our subscription service, Nintendo Switch Online, is going to be the place where you can play our classic content. Reggie teased that Nintendo had not even made the full NES library available yet. I think we all know that. And said it takes time to adapt older content to the new system. We haven't even made a full library of NES games available yet. So this content has to be optimized for the Switch environment. That's something we're working very hard to do. Like you, I look forward to playing Metroid through the Nintendo Switch Online service, and we'll be continuing to release content that way. So, yeah. Looks like Nintendo Switch Online is going to be growing soon.
Oh, we knew that. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's good news, though. Like, definitely, I think once they bring more games to that stuff, I think they'll get more people that will get the online service. If they bring some really good big hitters to that service.
Yeah. I mean, look, all the NES games I really care about are already on the service. I want to see the move on from the NES stuff. And I'm sure like the reason why they keep doing the NES stuff and haven't done anything else yet is because A, they want to make a event out of launching a Super Nintendo or N64 version of the stuff, but B, it's like the NES stuff is probably the easiest stuff to transfer over, just because like the file sizes and stuff are small and there's not a lot really to work with. So that's just my thing, but I mean, it's cool, I guess. I still want to like buy and own my games and download them.
Yeah.
But
hey, if I could get Turtles in Time this way and actually play them online with you guys,
oh boy,
I'm up for it.
Good luck getting Turtles in Time. Dude, that license is so tied up. It's just not even.
Yeah, I don't even know who owns it now. Besides Nickelodeon, I think. They're the only ones. Yeah. That'd be interesting.
So, all right. So we're gonna get into our question block. Sorry, somebody sent me a message online. Our final episode of Pod and Play is kind of messed up, so I have to fix it later. But, anyways, we're gonna get into our question block. These are the last two questions we have before we pick the winner of the Diablo 3 giveaway. So, remember, you can email the show to enter our next contest for Pokemon Let's Go, your choice of game. You can email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. And is the big word, and subscribe to Nintendo Pow Block on YouTube. And when you email us, please email us a question for Question Block. Don't email us and just ask, did I win? Or, I emailed you, can this be my question? Let's not do that. Everybody be nice. So, our first question comes from Larry Lovell. He says, hey guys, will there ever be a Switch collection that would come with 2 game cards versus 1 game card and a game download?
No.
I don't think so. I think he's referencing the Red Dead stuff because Red Dead Redemption 2 physically launched with 2 Blu-ray discs. We already know that Nintendo is working on manufacturing larger cartridges for bigger games, hopefully to draw in third parties. So The problem with those carts is that they are more expensive than the 16 gig carts. So they said they're doing 32 and 64 gig carts, but those are obviously more expensive because they require more memory. So
and even if you look at how Bayonetta 2 was released on Wii U, how they released it on disc, and then Bayonetta 1 was only a download copy.
Not for Wii U.
I thought it was.
Bayonetta 1 on Wii U came on a disc too.
It did?
It was a 2-disc special pack.
Oh, okay.
It was only part of the first run of Bayonetta 2 though. And then but for Switch, Bayonetta 2 came with a download code for
download
Bayonetta
code.
1.
Okay. See, I thought it was a download code for Bayonetta 1. But it might have been like the first edition print.
I mean, I don't know about the second edition prints. Like they could have come with downloads for Bayonetta 1.
But I think the second prints they just had the Bayonetta 2 without the code.
Yeah, because I know I got Bayonetta 2 when it came out on Wii U, and I have a Bayonetta 1 disc. So
yeah, I do too.
Okay, so I mean, the download thing is just a cheaper way for them to get around buying the bigger carts, I think. So, Doom didn't use it, but I know Wolfenstein did, and LA Noire does, and any game with like some sort of collection style thing does. So,
yeah, and Nintendo probably would think it's more easier and cost efficient to just put that full game digitally on there if they need something that's worth 2 cartridges. Because I think that would jump up. Before you go, Jesse, I think that would jump up the cost of the whole total package, and it was $60 just wouldn't do them justice, and releasing it on 2 cartridges.
Yeah, like the only way that I could see them see that happening is like, let's say if they were to let's say if and this is like very unlikely that they're gonna do this even, but I mean, who knows, I guess. But like let's say they did do the trilogy, or the Metroid Prime trilogy, and each game actually got a physical release. So like you could buy, like if you wanted to, you could buy them individually, but they have a special limited edition that came with a box set that has like all 3. Like kind of like, how like DVDs, like you could get a collection of a DVD, and there's like a box
like
thing that they all slide into. Like I could see it, like if they were to do something like that with the Metroid trilogy, where they have like an elaborate box set that you can kind of slide all 3 physical games into. Like I could see that, but you're technically still getting multiple games, but I mean, that I think that's the closest that would be even slightly possible. But again, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I think Metroid Prime 1 and 2 on GameCube is not that big of memory. And I don't know about the Wii one. I think all 3 games could fit on 1 cartridge, because they all were CD based. Now, I will agree with you that if they do it, the problem with that is that they're gonna have that for Europe than they will for America, and people will be pissed off. Trust me. Yeah. If we in America don't get that Metroid Prime trilogy that way, that if Europe gets it, it's gonna be a problem. You about to see importing like crazy.
Yeah.
No,
like something like that happening is like basically the only way I could see something like that happening.
I would literally, for that to happen, I would literally charge, if I was Nintendo, I would charge $129. You get 3 games each, all with their own cases, artwork. Let's say artwork. A music soundtrack, like you could get it digitally or something like that, and just some like little knickknacks in a nice box case for it.
Well, and
And maybe stickers for the Joy-Con or something.
And that's the thing though too, is like what they could almost do is they could, like, if you were to do that, then you could use the extra space that's on each cart to actually have like the soundtrack and stuff, like have a download code that for the soundtrack to use on other devices, but you could actually have it where the soundtrack is part of the game, like in game, where you can actually go and they're doing with Smash.
They'll probably put it they could do it that way, or put it like a 3 CD disc in it. I think a lot of people would love a 3 CD disc with that. But yeah, you're right. They could do it almost like Smash. Like when you pop the game, you also get the soundtrack. Plus, it depends on if they're going to remaster it. Also, if it's going to look a little bit cleaner and set for high def. Like it won't look like it's fuzzy or it looks like it's foggy and stuff. Like it's really clean and polished up.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would do a more of a remastering.
And if this has to be a GameStop exclusive, I think people would do it. I think people will go if they announced and said pre-orders are available. I know Amazon might crash with this, but if they said pre-orders are available only at GameStop, I think they would sell out in minutes. If Metroid is still a big thing here in America and Europe, I believe it still is because of the sale of Samus Returns. But to have just that collector's edition, heck yeah, I think people would spend $130. Like me personally, I would go to GameStop and just pay the whole thing off to make sure that I get my copy.
Yeah, because I think something like that, people would prefer to have multiple carts, like for a collection, like. So yeah, like in my opinion, if they were to do something like that, I think that's the closest thing that we could probably get to something like that happening, having multiple carts of in a collection, is something like that. That would be a little bit more elaborate. It would cost more, obviously, but
I think people would be
I think people would be fine with it.
Yeah.
Because you can always get it as a digital get it the digital way if you want to save the money on it, and just they could make it cheaper that way.
But people want that Switch physical.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, let's move on to our last question here from loyal listener Greg Schnabel. Writes in and says, "Hi guys. What would happen if Mario, Link, and Samus found themselves in the world of Diablo 3? What about your other favorite Nintendo characters? Thanks for the show, guys. Keep up the good work." Now, when he emailed me this, I was thinking, what if they made a Diablo-like game with Nintendo characters in it? And, like, you would have, like, your Archer, which would be Pit from Kid Icarus. You would have your Knight or Crusader type class, which would be Link. You would have, I don't know, I guess Mario would be kind of like your mage since he shoots fireballs. I don't know. But, like, what if they had, like, a Diablo-style game where you could build Nintendo characters into a class that you wanted to use them like?
Well,
like a Mario Rabbids was like the XCOM of...
But like a Diablo game.
Would that be from like Helldivers in a sense?
No, it'd be more like Diablo.
Diablo's
fun on Switch, by the way.
It really is. I don't see it working in that. Manner.
You gotta stop being so negative, Ed. You gotta support all the questions and all the ideas.
Sometimes when everybody know that I make crazy predictions to say out there answers, but most of those answers stick. I don't think it would fit in that world because there's just two different. I think just not the mechanics. I think the genres that they all come from wouldn't work in the Diablo style. Like what is Mario going to do? Like he doesn't have a weapon besides the water gun and the fireball.
The hammer.
And the hammer, yeah. Like from Paper Mario and stuff. Link, of course, he has the Master Sword. Like now, okay, yeah, Link will work in that sense because Diablo is pretty much just a diagonal Legend of Zelda, but with more mechanics to it. Samus probably wouldn't work because trying to control her gun and like a 8-way kind of pattern, directional pattern. You know,
do it in 2D Metroid games.
Yeah, but you have different buttons to do that though. So do you press and hold A and just start shooting and running around like it's like well not so much that Smash TV. Now I would understand if it was in the style of a Smash TV. I could understand that works compared to a Diablo 3. Because think of all the armor and loot that drops for each character. Like what? Like is Captain Toad gonna be in that game? Because Captain Toad don't have no moveset. What you gonna do? move the world around and drop enemies in pits and stuff? Like, like I don't know. I think it would work better more in a Smash TV than a Diablo 3 game.
There he goes, bringing up weird arcade games again.
I don't want if I literally had to support Nintendo characters being into a Diablo style game. I think it depends on who has a projectile and who really has a melee weapon. Because like all the characters from Fire Emblem works without no question. All the characters from the Xenoblade Chronicles series works without no question. But then how do you put Star Fox in there? Did you take everybody from the Star Fox Adventure game and throw them in there with their list?
Yep. Throw them all in. Who cares? Just throw them all in. Even the dumb little Triceratops character.
Oh my goodness.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so you kind of have to balance. You just can't think of just that style of game because there's a lot of mechanics that come to it. And you got to think of how do this character fit and works in it. Not knocking the question or anything, but that's my out there answer. I'm sorry, everybody. Go ahead, Corey and Jesse. I know y'all looking at me crazy.
We always do. It's
so or to me out. But it is a great question to ask.
Yeah, there's. I think we will get something similar to, like I said, with the Mario Rabbids, where we'll have something cool with more like in a different style that Nintendo doesn't normally do, and have the characters in it, like that. Like because like if I've learned anything from this from Switch's life so far, is that like we basically like we don't know like anything is possible. So we've gotten some really really cool surprises. So
would you put them not in Diablo 3, but would you put them in a Four Swords style of game with characters?
I mean, they already did that. It's called Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures.
I mean, I was talking about for Nintendo characters.
I don't know, but I mean, to the point, did you expect Mario plus Rabbids to work when it was announced?
People literally. Well, actually,
answer. No, he did not believe in Mario plus Rabbids, just like everybody else.
You want to know? Can I tell you?
Nope.
I not saying I didn't believe it. I was just saying that definitely for me, I was just like, I want to see what gets revealed, because everybody in the whole industry thought this was a joke. But when it was a real thing and they see how it looked in action and then actually got to play it, that blew everybody's expectations. Like Nintendo and Ubisoft, like after Ubisoft definitely ditched Nintendo with the Wii U, Like, and y'all come back and support them in this kind of way? That's shocking. That's a weird expectation. So for that to work, and Nintendo to give them free reign, yeah.
Trying to think, what's the one arcade game that was kind of, it's similar to like Diablo where it was 4-player?
Gauntlet?
Yeah, Gauntlet. Like, well, I could see them doing something like that. Even
you also have Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. So
nobody needs Gauntlet to come back. They can just stay there.
Yeah.
Gauntlet was fun. Gauntlet was a lot of fun though.
Which version though?
The arcade version.
Right, which one? Because Midway did a new version of Gauntlet. It called it Gauntlet. The 4-player one that came on N64 and PlayStation.
Oh, I'm not really too familiar with that one. I like the original.
You like the NES old school one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Midway somehow, because I don't know who. I think Midway produced the original version, and I think they redid a new version for like N64 for the arcade.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said which one.
Yeah, I think it was the original one that I played, but
I'm sorry, everybody. I just have a history of the arcade games in my.
Well, because like my thought is if you did it more something like that, you could like have it where you could, like kind of the Turtles arcade where you could pick which characters you want to use, and you can mix it up. And like have it like it, because that would be more basic, like because the attacks are more basic in that game. You're not like dealing with a whole loot system like you would with Diablo and all that. So like I could see them doing it more along that kind of style, I guess.
Beat 'em up.
But but I don't know. I do think though that like a Diablo style could work. But I don't think it would literally be them in Diablo. They would make it more like a mix between the two of those games, like more like a Gauntlet, but like kind of somewhere in between.
And I think that's why I said doing it in the 4-source thing is that you can still pick characters, and every character that you pick can somehow affect the puzzle or affect the way that you get around, instead of just loot grinding that Diablo 3 is kind of known for.
Yeah.
Because you really got to put some time and effort to think of how that system is going to work for all these characters or some of the characters that we're going to put in. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing something like that where you have like a whole tag team system where like to solve certain puzzles you could call on another character.
Right. Now if he's just talking about Diablo as in playing it in that kind of perspective, and you I guess talk to people for missions and stuff, or if it's level based, I can see that kind of working. But there's just a lot of mechanics to Diablo 3 that you really got to figure out which characters is going to work for it.
Yeah.
Word. Well, we're gonna pick a winner here. So over the last 3 weeks, we've had quite a few questions. We've had a lot of questions sponge off of Todd's question, which, don't get me wrong, added to a really awesome discussion about what Metroid multiplayer could be, or like a world set, like a Metroid multiplayer game set in a shared world experience, kind of like Metroid Prime Federation Force, but done better and on a system that deserves a game like that. And then we have the questions today, but I want to ask you guys, who do you think deserves the win of this Diablo 3 giveaway?
When we had that healthy debate, I should say, there was another question connected to Todd's by what's his name? Sean. I think Deshaun. Yeah. And I kind of I want to offer this. I will go for Todd because he really did kick off that kind of discussion. I would pick Todd to win the game, but I would like to send also Deshaun the $20 eShop card. because he also really brought up a good point and a good question. So those two, I would like to. I think Todd will win the game. Deshaun will win a $20 eShop card from me. I'm ready to do that.
Interesting. What about you, Jesse? Who's your?
Yeah, it's I'm kind of in the same boat. Like all those questions together, all brought up a very good conversation, and broke it into different parts of the same conversation. But yeah, I kind of agree with Ed.
Interesting. Well, I actually also agree with Ed. I think Todd kicked off a very interesting conversation that spanned 2 episodes. And, Deshaun added to it by adding his own thoughts. And you know what? I agree with both of you. So, the winner of Diablo 3 Eternal Collection for the Nintendo Switch is Todd Oxtra. From our friends over at Secret Friends Unite. If you're into comic books, TV shows, and movies and stuff like that, I highly recommend Secret Friends Unite. It is a fantastic time. So congratulations, Todd. And Deshaun, way to wiggle yourself in there and win a little something.
I literally, and Deshaun, just want to let you know, I literally was thinking about this at work, and I was just like, I cannot deny Deshaun or the end of the discussion that we had. Kind of like that good discussion when it's a healthy discussion when y'all two are against me. It makes a good episode and good. A fair and balanced discussion. You sometimes need pros and cons, and so congratulations to Sean. I will send you a $20 eShop card. So maybe you might not get Diablo 3, but you could get some great indie games like Lightfall and Iconoclast and N++, and wait for a digital sale for Puyo Puyo Tetris and get that.
Yeah.
Or
Yoku's Island Express.
Yeah. Like there's tons of it. Go check out Nindy Showcase season 1. We got tons of great games that you could get.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that's gonna do it for our episode here of Nintendo Pow Block. Thank you guys so much for listening. Remember, get your questions in for question block 4. Our Pokemon Let's Go giveaway. We are giving away Pokemon Let's Go. Winner's choice of Pikachu or Eevee. So we're giving it away on December 11th. So get your questions in so we can read them. We extended the contest by 1 week because we are not recording next week due to the holiday. For you non-American listeners, next week or this week is American Thanksgiving, and we will be spending time with our family and friends and other stuff. As for me, I will be recording a bunch of stuff on my own, so it should be a good time. So email us. What? Actually,
that Saturday we probably both will be recording.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to finish up before 2019. So that, and we need to start up a certain season. Yeah. So, anyways, make sure you subscribe to Nintendo Pow Block's YouTube page and email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com for your entry into the Pokemon contest. And also email us the version of the game that you would like to have, because when we pick winners, we will send you out that code immediately. So make sure you get in there and email us. So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to Nintendo Pow Block. You can find it every Tuesday at 7 a.m. on your podcast service of choice or on our YouTube page. Subscribe, smash the button, bell, whatever all the kids say these days. You can also find the show on ngrradio.com because Nintendo Pow Block is part of Nerds Gone Rogue. Download our family of podcasts, including Nerds Gone Platinum, our PlayStation show, Arsenal X, our Xbox show, and, of course, Nerds Gone Rogue. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at that Retro Code. Also check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn, Google Play, and other podcast apps. The latest episode is Chrono Trigger, more influential over the Final Fantasy series. You guys can check that out. And check me out also on Arsenal X and my writings at ngrradio.com. This Friday will be the review for Diablo 3 for Switch. So check it out.
Yeah. Nice. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at PhantomMaggotAX. And I also I think what we probably could do is when you put your give us your questions for this next giveaway, just do a hashtag Team Eevee or a hashtag Team Pikachu, like with your question. That way, like, it's right there with your name and everything, and then we basically got it right with your question.
Yeah,
nice, good idea, Jesse.
I think that would probably be the easiest way to do it. Then that way, it's right there, and we got it with the question. So,
all right, Twitter.
You can find me at CoreyNHD86 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on twitch.tv/CoreyNHD. You can also find all of our content on ngrradio.com and on our YouTube pages.
Yes, so while Corey is handling that, yes, everybody also check out we are having a movie commentary for Arsenal X for this holiday season, so you guys could watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We are doing the new version of it, the Michael Bay version, so that should be a lot of fun. You guys will be able to check that out tomorrow here on ngrradio.com or on our Arsenal X Xbox channel podcast, which I think you guys should subscribe to. If whether you are or not a friend of Xbox, do check it out. Subscribe. We would love to have you come into the Xbox world, so we can connect with all you Nintendo's listeners. Hey, if Nintendo and Microsoft are cross-playing with each other and having fun, let's do it with our channels. Okay? Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. That was just kids out there knocking on all the doors.
Oh.
Anyways, where was I? Oh, right. Like, subscribe, and share, all that good stuff. Whatever Ed just said while I walked away. And until next week, we love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Woo-hoo!
Woo!